You ready?
My coach, Barbara H. Smith. Why did I hire her? Because she's the best.
Barbara H. Smith is a powerhouse. She just walks in the room and grabs your attention, and she does that in a way that just makes you feel loved and like she's paying attention to you. She cares about you, and she wants to see you be your best self.
She was able to dig inside and find the passion that was deep within me.
Barbara's energy is one of the reasons that I had to have her as my coach. I love the way she is real with people.
The reason I felt like I needed a coach was because I have some big goals and I needed to build my confidence. I knew that Barbara could help me do that.
I felt that I could trust her.
I would definitely recommend to get coaching from Barbara H. Smith if you feel like you need to level up your confidence. She would just help you feel like bold, like you can take on the world.
She has really shown me who I am. She has changed my mindset to a place that I know that I am more powerful today than I would have ever been if I had never met Barbara Smith.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. It is a Thursday at noon, and you know what time it is. It is time for the Empowering You Show. I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm going to bring up my sensational co-host, the smooth Shani Smith.
Good afternoon, good day, greetings, great rising, grand rising, wherever you are in this world.
Wherever you are in this world. And I love when you said that. I'm doing a live at the same time. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to do this multitasking thing. All right. So we've got a lot of stuff going on, Shani. A lot of stuff going on.
Listen, I know everybody is busy in the summer and they're looking for vacations. But instead, the BHS and Associates organization is on fire. Okay. What a crazy week this has been, starting with Sunday being not only Father's Day, where we got to celebrate the dads in our lives, the men who aren't fathers who stepped in to be mentors to help out. Then we had Juneteenth.
Freedom Day.
Freedom Day. 2.5 years later, we found out, right? But hey, we're not going to get on that.
Better late than never. 1865.
Better late than never. What happened on Monday? Tell me about what happened on Monday.
Oh my gosh. Monday was amazing. This week was so powerful. Monday was amazing. It was a breakfast hosted by the City of Hampton Economic and Development. These ladies put on a breakfast every year, and this year was no exception. It was so encouraging, inspiring, motivating, and we had some dignitaries in the building. You know what was interesting most of all was the ladies that showed up worked together. There was such love. Queens standing side by side, enjoying each other and enjoying breakfast. It was an amazing opportunity to get to know ladies in the community, get out of the house for a change, and just be around some positive, uplifting, inspiring, encouraging people. We engaged, we locked arms, we learned about each other. We had some phenomenal speakers. It was just good. So if you get a chance next year to join us, please, if you're in the 757, come on by, get invited to this. It's really spectacular. And I met a lady, Buttercups.
Love it.
She walked in and she was fly girl from the head to the toe, baby. And then turned right around and saw her again on Thursday at the Small Business Supplier Diversity Summit. That was also phenomenal. Hey, Kimberly McLean. So glad to see you out there.
So there's an African proverb that I love that says,
what's that again?
There's an African proverb that I love that says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. So it sounds like what happened on Monday, even what happened yesterday, was something that totally embodied that.
Yeah, it did. And And yesterday, the small business diversity, I get it wrong every time. Small business supplier diversity, SBSD, was hosted by, again, economic development. Angela Barber is a phenomenal friend of mine, and she had me doing facilitation for government contracts. What was surprising for me, though, is the number of businesses that were not, get that, not present. Okay. I understand many people are still a little skittish about this whole pandemic thing. We're not going to mention it anymore after this. But what's interesting is those in attendance don't really understand how to use those moments to network with other business owners and the businesses that are there to help us. Like Huntington Ingalls showed up to talk about their opportunities. They are one of the largest builders of aircraft carriers. So they have plenty of opportunity. One of the ladies, Katina Williams, was from Huntington Eagles, and she said, it's amazing. They come by, they get their little, the little grab bag things, and they don't talk. I go, what do you mean? They don't talk?
Right.
She says they don't ask questions. And so I engage with them, but they're not engaging. An idea came to me. Why not have a session about how to network with these companies and how to network small business to small business? Because a lot of
people miss that. A lot of people miss that because quite frankly, to be honest, a lot of times you're just going to get freebies or just only focused on one particular company, not realizing there's so many opportunities.
Yes.
That you have to actually take. Versus wait for it to come to you.
I know. And here's what was crazy. I got to meet Tommy Marks from the Capital Region Minority Supplier Development Council. I saw him on the Black Business Expo. Dominique Milton exposed him to the world on the Black Business Expo. So what's my point? The point is the Black Business Expo has been a catalyst for many of the relationships I now have, right? And so the point is you gotta show up. Virtually or in person, you gotta show up. If you're expecting your business to grow, you gotta what?
Show up. And show up good. I will say, I can second that for everyone out there watching. That is how I met the lovely Barbara H. Smith. I seized the moment. I heard the voice and I said, who is this woman? I must know more of her.
So. We're absolutely ecstatic that you definitely came out there to learn more about what's going on in the expo. Kimberly McLean is watching. Hey out there, Kimberly. And my buddy, Ambassador Ephraim's Nilmark Davis Jr. is watching. Shay Bethay is watching. She said, we're seeing that everywhere. We're seeing more business owners than folks looking for work. That's right. I learned an interesting statistic. Thanks for that, Shay. I learned an interesting statistic yesterday that the MBL, the Metropolitan Business League of Virginia, who is headed by CEO Holly Berry Miller's husband, Floyd Miller, said that it is easier for people who are recently released from incarceration to get a business started than to get a job.
I mean, that makes sense because you have to bet on you.
Why? But why is that? That shouldn't be.
It shouldn't.
You're right. Betting on you. Hey, Karen Grigsby's out there. Thanks for joining in and checking us out on the show. Stop by LinkedIn, Facebook. We're on live. Roku TV, Pod TV on Roku. Over 200 countries are watching us. And it is a phenomenal time. But yeah, back to the fact that you have people who can't get a job, but they can start a business. So the Metropolitan Business League is key to them getting business started. So I thought that was phenomenal. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. you really have to control your own destiny. What's going to happen is you come out of incarceration, and then what? You take like entry level, and everyone at the bottom does the most work for the least amount of money, right? So you'll never be able to really control.
That's not going to get you your wealth anyway, right?
No.
And Angela Peterson's out there watching. She's on Facebook Live. Thank you, Angela, for being out there. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy statistic that you can get in a business started more than you can get, easier than you can get a job. And so since that is the truth, why not help these individuals who many times have been wrongly, not all the time, but many times have been wrongly accused, get on their feet so that they can be greater citizens to this community, right?
Absolutely.
What else we got going on?
Well, I want to say I kind of segue into like your worth from that, because a lot of times, okay, now you have this label. Now you have a record, or maybe you were let go, recently divorced, whatever. All those things kind of carry on us and start to chip away at how we value ourselves. Yes. And when we don't value ourselves, other people put us on sale.
Right.
So I'm saying we have to figure out how to get our value back.
That's right.
Not so much what do you bring to the table? Bring the table with you. I am the table.
And that's the post that I made on Monday from our breakfast was we had a seat at the table. Why? Because we made our own table. How about that? Lucille is watching from Kenya. Thank you, Lucy.
Lucy, I would like to go to page 124 of one of my favorite books, Speak, Coach, Train, Strategies to Discover Your Passion.
She's got such a shameless plug there, but I'm going to read a portion of this because we have something we want to give you. On page 124 in my book, Speak, Coach, Train, Strategies to Discover Your Passion, it says, know your value. One of my dear friends has this to say about value. When you don't value your value is not valuable. If I have not heard that once, I heard that 1,000 times from the Dr. Eric Kelly III. It took a long time for me to understand this fact. I didn't want to overcharge people for my services. What I now recognize, and you should too, is that your price is invaluable. So what are you worth? Once you discover your value proposition, stick to it, declare it, and demand it. People don't mind paying for value, but you got to give value. When you know without a shadow of a doubt that you have value, you don't have a problem setting a number value. When calculating your value, make sure you're comfortable with what you think of your value. Consider this. Time is valuable. Education, valuable. Training, valuable. Experience, extremely valuable. So what do you bring to the table? Nice that you said that, Shani. Since you have a talent or a craft, it's likely that you've spent time increasing your craft through experience, education, training, or over time, which means you have value. Take the time to dig deep into the number of resources you spent to hone your craft or skill. Understanding your value is important. And why? Because people tend to place a higher price on value. When you price your product, your service, or yourselves cheaper than the next product or service, it sends a signal that the value of your product or service is cheap because it's a perception of value. I'm going to stop there. It's Speak, Coach, Train, Strategies to Discover Your Passion. You can get it. The first person that types in, I want it, will get it for free. The first person that types in on Facebook, I want it, will get it, a signed copy for free. Watching from Kenya is Ephraim Charity. Karen Grigsby said, that's real talk. That's real talk right there.
Yes.
Torian Copy says, I want it. You already got it. Okay, so stop playing. Unless you want another copy, Torian Copy, you can have it. I think Ephraim put it out there second. So Torian Shea Thay put it out there. I want it. Sandra Street is out there watching on Facebook Live. Hey, Sandra, my sister girl. Listen, we're talking about the book Speak, Coach, Train. If you don't have your copy, you can get your copy. I think Shea Thay was the first one after Torian. Ephraim, I'm going to give you one when I get to Nairobi in a couple of weeks. If you show up at the Live Your Best Life.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about that yet. I'm so excited for you for it. I am living vicariously through every trip that you make to Africa until I go. I'm just saying.
You going?
Yes. As soon as they lift these things,
So to get your free copy, the first one that sends it, I mean, I saw who it was. Send your information to support@barbarahsmith.com. Support@barbarahsmith.com. Ephraim said he'll be there. I got a book for you, Ephraim, when you get there. Don't let me forget. I'm sure you won't.
Listen, in the subject line, if you put I want it, I got you covered, okay? I have you covered.
Yeah.
You get your signed copy. It will be going out.
Lucy has the book and she put out here on Facebook Live. She has it. It's a great book and she has it. Thanks, Lucy. I can't wait to see you again too, Lucy, in a few weeks.
I know that time it flew by. It's June 23rd already.
June 23rd. Speaking of June 23rd, I got to give a shout out to my brothers. My brother's birthday is today, and I got to tell this on, I'm going to tell this on international TV. My husband said, so I said, this is my brother's birthday. So my husband said, which one? I said, you remember they're twins? He said, oh yeah, that's right. So both of them, Terry and Perry, shout out to you all the way from Virginia and around the world. Happy birthday, my brothers.
Happy birthday. If I could sing, I'd sing, but I can't. So we're not going to do it.
Gray is out there watching. Oh my gosh, I was with her on Monday at the breakfast. Tina, I was just talking about how fabulous the breakfast was. Tina was part of the organization committee, and it was amazing. It was all of that. Chips, Kool-Aid, got the t-shirt, teacup, key ring. It was amazing. And don't forget to invite me every year. I'm going to be upset if you don't. Anyway, moving on from there. We were talking about the book. The book is also getting ready to come out on audiobook in Audible and iTunes. It's going to come out in Audible and iTunes very, very shortly. We're in the QA process right now, and in any day now, it should be on Audible. I will let you know when. So those of you who like audiobooks and like to do other things like exercise or drive long distances and listen to audiobooks, it will be available for you as well. So really excited. Somebody asked me something recently about the book signing at Barnes & Noble and how do you do it. So I'm going to tell you out there, anybody who's an author and you don't know this, if you don't know this, this is the information for you right now. Okay. Barnes & Noble will allow you to do a book signing just by walking in and talking to the manager. The catch, however, is they do a 60-40 split on sales. So the plan or purpose or mission for you has to be about exposure, because they're about to take about 50% of your profit of your book sale. Now, that's here in the Hampton Roads area. It may be different in other areas around the country, around the world. I'm just telling you what my experience was. And a lovely experience it was, because there were many people who came in and bought the book, and I got the chance to talk to so many people. Mm-hmm. But you have to be active when you do it in order to reap the benefits. What do I mean by active? What do you think I mean by active, Shani?
I would assume it's going to be very much like the other tips you're going to tell us about networking, because you can't just sit there and wait for someone to come to you. Opportunity doesn't quite work like that. Every now and then you might get a little blessing dropped on you, but we have to learn how to seize the opportunity.
That is correct. And that's what happened. I had one of the managers come up to me and say, now, you can't just sit here. And I said, she must not know who.
No, she
That's
don't even
not
know
what
who
I
she's
do.
talking to.
But she reminded me that some an author was there the week before, and he sat behind the desk and played on his phone the whole time and never got a sale. And then the reflection was that you don't sell any books at Barnes & Noble. Well, they don't get anything if you don't sell anything.
Right.
But I was happy that they wrote a check right there and then and there.
Oh,
They wrote
okay.
the check, they cashed the check and gave me cash money, and I walked out the door with my money in my pocket. How about that? I'm good. Long as that money's green, I'm good. Long as it spends, I'm good. So the moral of the story is you have to network with people. People were coming in the door. I had my niece there, my son there. They were talking to people. My niece is expert at pulling them in. And she was stopping them at the door with a bookmark. Here's a free bookmark. It was amazing. And I was acting like I was part of Barnes & Noble. Welcome to Barnes & Noble. And handing them a bookmark as they walk in, looking at me like, you work here? No. Yes, Karen Grigsby says enthusiasm and communication. It is key to making sure anything you do is working. Would you agree?
I would agree. So how do you start that? If you're shy or introverted, what would be the first thing you would suggest for someone to start to come out of their shell, particularly after you've been behind the camera for 2 years, 2+ years at this point?
You have to get uncomfortable. You have to be getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Okay.
If you are a salesperson out there and you're an introvert, I get it. Everybody doesn't exude overachiever status like yours truly. Mm-hmm. They don't exude, presence like I do. But you've got to be comfortable enough to be uncomfortable. And that means take some classes, take some courses, get a coach. I have some clients. I'm going to shout one out. Here we go. Dr. Terry James she used to come to our events and she would never uncover her Zoom camera. She would never, ever uncover her Zoom camera. But baby, after coaching with Barbara A. Smith, baby, she is a lean, mean talking machine. So she understood what was keeping her back. And that's what we talk about, not only in the Speak Coach Train book, but in our sessions, we talk about that. Thank you, Vernay. Vernay Taylor of the Breakthrough Podcast says she loved the glasses and the eyeglasses and the shirt. Loving my hair, Shani, loving her hair. She's on right after this show. Don't miss our Breakthrough Podcast with the vivacious, beautiful Vernay Taylor right after.
Overly talented. Don't forget that part. Overly talented. She's a triple threat.
Some V words out there. Victorious.
Yeah. She's definitely a triple threat and truly a sweetheart inside and out.
Yes, she is a sweetheart. So you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable in order to be a business owner, someone who wants to be behind a camera, sell a product or a service. We have some great programs to help you with that when you would like to learn more about how to be a presenter. Yes, I see you out there, Karen Grigsby. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey.
So is there a fine line between stepping out of your comfort zone and being an imposter? In your opinion?
Yes. I think all of us have a tendency at one time or another to feel like an imposter. Mm-hmm. Like there have been times in my life when I thought, who's going to listen to me? And I have to check myself because I have to remember that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We got to believe what God and the Word says about us. We have to believe that we are here for a purpose. We have to believe that we have a journey that's already been set. And once we believe that and repeat that through what do I call them all the time, Shani?
Affirmations.
I give clients affirmations. And when you use affirmations in the way that we use them, you will come up higher. You will believe that you are who God says you are. And when you do that, once you do that and start to feel comfortable in your own skin, it doesn't matter what other people say about you. And oh, by the way, one of the things I say is you got to be delivered from people's opinions.
Now that's hard.
You gotta be delivered from people's opinions, because if you don't, you'll walk around in the shadow of what somebody else thought you should be or say you can't be. Come on, somebody.
Oh, she's preaching today. Okay, I'm just saying, she's preaching today. But
yes,
how do you see? That's the thing. Like, how does one do that? So I totally love Barbara H. Smith delivery, right? And I love it. But that's you. That's your delivery.
Right.
But I love it so much, I try to imitate it. Not me personally.
No. I mean, I get what you're saying.
How do you discern what is what? This is a style I like, but is this my style? How do you find it?
We have to first know ourselves. That's in the word, know thyself.
Okay.
If many of us are walking around, that's such a great point, Shani. Many of us are walking around, we don't even know who we are. But you also have to surround yourself, books, video, audio. What are you listening to?
Right.
People in your circle.
Mm-hmm.
I heard T.D. Jakes say this once. If I'm the smartest one in my circle, if I'm the smartest one on my job, everybody fired.
I know that's right. Because how can you grow, right?
How can you grow? And that was me for a long time. I was the smartest one in my circle. And I wasn't growing, but I didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also afraid that somebody might see that I wasn't what they were expecting me to be. That's where the imposter syndrome comes in.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start to study yourself, get quiet. Yeah. Put down the cell phone. Turn off the computer for 5 to 10 minutes every day and just ask, what am I here for? The answers will come if you're quiet enough to listen.
Right. And write it down. Write it down and also date it. Write down.
But what do you want? What do you want? We don't know what we want.
No.
The word says, speak what you want. Ask, seek, and knock. And the doors will be open to you. Exactly. Those of us who are believers, if you believe, then you can ask for anything. You can say, mountain, you out of here.
Storm, go ahead and pass.
Go on now. Go on.
I think
but if you don't know who you are or whose you are,
right,
then you won't be able to progress to the next. Because everything has to do with your mind. We perish for the lack of knowledge, but we are renewed in our minds. Mm-hmm. And that's why the devil plays here. Because he can't mess with this. But he can mess with this all day. And he does.
And he does.
And that's why we can't get to our next. That's why we feel like we're imposters. Because we don't know who we are or what we want. When you get laser focused on what you want and who you are unstoppable.
So it's easy to do your affirmations when things are going good and you're having a great day. You're like, yes, I am on top of the world. But it's those days when you feel buried, when you feel stuck, that it's most important to say your affirmations to get you back on track.
Right. And here's the thing. When you feel stuck, that's so good, Shani. When you feel stuck and you don't know which way to turn to something external to you. Help somebody who's struggling more than you. Reach out to somebody who needs your help. You can't start being thankful for the things you already have. You can't be grateful and have a pity party at the same time.
No.
Because we have a lot in this country to be grateful for. Having traveled around the world, Baby, let me tell you. Things we take for granted. Pure drinking water. Things we take for granted. Air conditioning. Every time it's hot outside and I say, Lord, thank you for the air conditioning. I come inside saying, thank you for the air. Simple things. I am not kidding you.
I get real mad when I'm hot. Okay. Don't say nothing to me. Okay.
Right. Well, we are at 30 minutes into the show. I'm going to shut off the live. Thank you, Tracy White, for being out there watching. I'm going to shut off the live because we're getting ready to go to commercial break. Well, maybe not, since people are popping in. We're going to commercial break. We will be right back. I'll still be on live, but we're going to commercial break on the show. Talk to you soon. Don't you go nowhere.
All right.
I am a child of the Most High God. He has gifted me in ways that I could not even imagine and didn't know. There was a time when I didn't know who I was. I listened to other people tell me who I should be, what I should do. I listened to people telling me that I should be a boutique owner, that I should be a construction manager, that I should be a laborer. Have you ever felt like you should do something else, be something else, go somewhere else, be wherever you wanted to be, and you felt like you were in a box? Anybody in the room? And you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? And you kept trying to go and you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? But let me tell you, you need to rock the box. Rock the box. I am engaging, inspiring, and empowering. I would give you everything I know. Just by touching you, if I could, by osmosis, give you every single thing I've learned, I've gone through, I know I would. We know that's not possible, but as it is possible, I love to share information with people. Some of you out there, people have told you that you can't be, you can't have, you can't do. But I will tell you, like Kingston said, you can, you must, and you will. If it's to be, it's going to be me. You got to say it. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be.
Barbara is because she believed what her mama said about her and not what other people told her.
Every day you wake up, when you're in a situation, it's your choice whether it's an advantage or the disadvantage.
She gained her confidence and her life, and now she is a testimony.
If I can help you elevate yourself, then I feel like I'm elevating my own self as well. What you know and I know together can change the world. Yes, we are back. That's Shani's favorite part. Mama Made It was out there, and I don't know if she's on YouTube watching, but Mama Made It, thank you so much. Lydia Blizzard is one of the co-authors. She's out there on live saying greetings. Thank you so much, Lydia. And Lynn, let me call it right so I won't get messing it up. We just had the book video that Shani so gracefully did showing on the screen. And if you missed it, go back and watch the replay. You'll get a chance to see it. But
you can watch the replay on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you do. That's bit.ly/capital BHS lowercase YouTube, because you want to turn your notifications on. One, you don't want to miss a show. You don't want to miss what else is going on. You do not. So go ahead and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. The video is there as well. Okay. Just saying.
And right after this show is the Vernae's show, which is the Breakthrough Podcast. You don't want to miss that. She has a phenomenal story, and she is a great show host. So don't miss the podcast after this one, the Breakthrough Podcast.
You think this one has a lot of personality? Vernae does too. Love her. So there you go.
He's a sweetheart. So we're happy to be back to back on this show. What else is happening, Shani?
Okay, so we talked about the luncheon on Monday. We talked about the SBSD. I got it right. I wasn't even there. Okay.
SBSD, yeah.
This weekend. Oh my goodness. You are going to
tomorrow, I'm going to be with my girl, Dr. Lotus Roche, and she's got Books to Boom. And so I'm going to be on her show, and I'm super excited because we haven't been together in forever. So I'm super excited to be on that tomorrow. And then on Saturday evening and Sunday, not televised for the public, but I will be training in Liberia on the continent of Africa via Zoom as alongside my buddy, my brother, Dr.
Ruben West and Otis Tarwo.
And Otis is the founder of the Tarwo Consultancy, and he's doing amazing things, teaching people how to become speakers on the continent of Africa. And so we have people from all over Africa going to be there, as well as Dr. West and myself, helping train speakers, and so they can get out and manage their businesses the way they should. The SMEs, subject matter experts, that are going to be out there. Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
I bet you're wondering out there, how is it that you're speaking internationally so often? Do you have any pointers or tips for that? For someone who, after they break out of their shell and they're speaking here, how do they get global?
Yeah.
What would you suggest?
Well, first, before I give that little tidbit, I want to shout out Arena Edna. Edna, I can't wait to see you in Nairobi. So she's from Africa. She's on. We changed the time of the show, and it's been beneficial so that my fans and friends from Africa can jump on and chime in. So glad you're out there. But your question was, how do you get to speak internationally? Well, first of all, you got to speak locally.
Okay.
I have an echo. She said I have an echo. So I'm going to stop the live so that I don't have an echo, and jump on over to the show at bit.ly/BHS YouTube, you guys on live. So I'm going to finish this out right here. Thanks, Darlene, for that. I hope you are watching. I appreciate you. Yeah, so if you join Toastmasters, join any place that will allow you to speak to get practice.
Okay.
Once you get practice, then connect with people who are already doing what you want to do. Always, for whatever it is. Always connect with people who are doing what you want to do. Because guess what? I learned this a long time ago. Success leaves clues. Absolutely. You want to do something that somebody else is doing. I'm not suggesting you mimic them. I'm suggesting you connect with them. Follow them on social media. Try to get on their mailing list. See what they're doing. Mimic the process of what they did. They will tell you. So what I did was I started in the church. I started telling my story in the church. And it was there that I realized that my story was powerful. And 50 ladies were in attendance, and 7 of them came up to me and said, "You just told my story." With tears in their eyes, I realized I got to take this. I got to do this more. It was painful, and at the same time, it was healing to tell my story. And I thought, and had been ashamed of my story for so long. But when I told it that day in church, that afternoon in church, and 7 ladies came to me and said, "You just told my story," I realized that I had a duty and an obligation to share it so that somebody else could know they're not alone.
And they can start their healing process.
Yes. And I used to not be able to tell the story without crying, but now that I've told it so many times, and that's the other key, you've got to know yourself. You've got to learn about you. You've got to dig deep. What are those hurts? What are those things that are stopping you? Who was that teacher that told you you couldn't? Who was that person that said you were dumb? Who was that person that said that you can't? And you have to dismiss, uncover, stomp, smash all of that stuff that's in your past. Because what happened in your past does not dictate what's going to happen in your future. As a matter of fact, there's a perfect example of that you drive every day. Your rearview mirror is smaller than your windshield for a reason.
I love it.
What's in front of you is way more powerful than what's behind you.
Yeah. So you use that, basically you're saying, go ahead and use that as your fuel to push yourself forward.
That's exactly.
Very much like a bow and arrow effect. Like you let that
pull it back,
you, stretch you, and
pull
then,
it back, stretch, and let it go. Stretch it out and let it go. And then I started attending things like Toastmasters, and I joined the National Speakers Association, where I learned more about speaking. And I learned how to market at the National Speakers Association. I learned how to market my speaking. And then I joined this last 4 years, 3 years. It's been 3 years now. Gosh, I joined Dr. Ruben West in Black Belt Speakers. Let me go back one. I joined Black Mastermind Group, which taught me how to use my speaking as a business as well, but business by the numbers. And then that networking led me to Dr. Eric Kelly, where I started speaking more on a virtual platform. We were in pandemic. And then from that connection and the connection with Dr. Donetta Watson, I met Dr. Ruben West and Dr. George Frazier. And now I'm in circles because of networking that I wouldn't have been in because I showed up.
Right. As you, right?
Yeah, authentically.
As excuse me, as you.
Authentically. Don't try to be someone else that you're not. The best person you can be is you. You're the only you there is, by the way, just in case you didn't know. You're the only you there is.
That's it.
And you're made with your own set of fingerprints and footprints for that purpose.
And I think people get caught up in the idea that because I can make the decision to change my life, change the path that I take anytime I want. And there are people who will remind you of who you were and how you changed.
Right.
And I think Jay-Z said it best. You think I worked this hard? People say I changed. You think I worked this hard to stay the same?
Right.
No. So that old me is back there.
Yeah.
In the rearview mirror. This is it. This is who I am today. If you like it, take the ride with me. If you don't,
exit stage left.
And you have to be okay with that. And you have to know that there are new people showing up. There are going to be new
all
people
the time. They're showing up all the time
to support you, to applaud you, to help you grow. And it's important when you find someone who you want to kind of mimic what they're doing, not who they are, but the process, like you said, that you don't show up with your hand out. That you
right.
are also ready to serve as well.
Right. And I got another one. Abraham Bundar is showing up from Monrovia, Liberia. Abraham, I hope you're going to be on the session this weekend. I'm going to be there. I hope you'll be there too. Yeah, so now I've gone to Africa not once. I've always wanted to go since I was a little girl. Not twice, not 3 times. On July the 8th, God willing, the creek don't rise, I will be on a plane to go to Nairobi, Kenya, a 4th time in 12 months. And how did I do that? I'm big on manifestation. Mm-hmm. Speak what I want and keep saying it, even if I don't know how. It ain't your business how, anyway.
I love that. The how is none of your business. I always say that. It's not.
And so I keep saying, I'm going. And some way, somehow, God opens up a door and a window and lets me go. So I go. And I was blessed and fortunate enough 2 trips ago to take my mother, which was a lifetime, I don't even have words. It was a time of a lifetime for her.
Mm-hmm. And you.
And for me, you're right. But for her, it was like she's in her 80s and she got to travel 8,000 miles to a continent that she'd never been to be treated like the queen that she is. Mm-hmm. And she's still talking about how the little babies and the children kept coming up to her saying, grandma, 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 and mama, mama, mama. Because mama is what they call her, mama. How's mama? How's Queen Agnes? Every time I talk to somebody from Kenya, how's Queen Agnes? How's Queen Agnes? And that Dr. West ruined her. He spoiled her beyond belief and tells us, y'all better be spoiling her too. Yes, we are. We always do. We always do. But it was a time of our life. And she and I were like 2 little schoolgirls at nighttime in the hotel just giggling over the silliest stuff. Like the one time the monkeys was outside our door. She was like, monkeys? Like in the zoo monkeys? Hey, Eliza.
Hello. It's another beautiful soul there.
Another beautiful soul who's going to be with us soon.
Very soon at the retreat, the Empowering You Sisters Advance Sisters. Sisters Empower Sisters to Advance. I'm going through something today. Ignore me there. But she is actually going to teach us how to relax as we spend those 4 days learning, being taught how to treat ourselves. You're going to teach us how to treat us.
That's right. I'm going to teach you how to treat you, right? Sisters Empower Sisters to Advance. Let me tell you, all of you out there who have corporations that have professional development dollars, this is a professional development event as well as a retreat. So on top of your professional development, you're going to relax, relate, and rejuvenate. I said juvenate.
We're going through it today. That's okay.
We're going through a thing today, aren't we?
That's okay.
You're going to relax, relate to some other women, and get empowered and get rejuvenated at the retreat. Why? Because every room is on the ocean. Every room has an ocean view. We're having all kinds of phenomenal things going on. Like what, Shani?
First of all, I also want to say, before I even tell you what you're going to get, please don't get caught up in FOMO. Don't miss out, because there's only 17 spots left. There's only 20 women altogether, but there's only 17 spots left. Please don't miss out.
What you mean only 17 slots? You mean after the 20 you're not going to open it up for no more?
No, ma'am. You'll have to wait. Hopefully,
but that don't seem right.
you can get in on the next one. But you want to get this in now. Okay. We're talking about spa treatments. We're talking about marketing strategies. We're talking about the empowerment duo, Lisa Santiago McNeil and Brian K. McNeil alone is phenomenal. We're talking about Eliza Carter. We're talking about Holly B. Makeup party. It's a photo shoot. A photo shoot. Not just you're getting your picture taken. I'm talking hair, makeup, wardrobe, the whole experience. All that's included. Dinner. All that's included. This is an all-inclusive. We've taken care of taxes, parking, everything. If you're interested, reach out to me ASAP before you experience FOMO. Support at barbarahsmith.com. Don't miss it. Don't miss it, ladies. We're not talking about at the ocean across the street. I'm talking about open your window. The ocean is right there.
The view is amazing.
Beautiful Virginia Beach. Be there. October 9th through the 12th.
Yeah. And it's going to, when I get back from Nairobi, I expect it to be sold out. So I get back on July the 20th. I expect it to be sold out. No later than August 1st. I'm telling you, we're doing a hard push for those ladies we know have already committed verbally. Mm-hmm. We're doing a hard push to get them signed in because we know what we're offering. And we know that this empowerment is going to be the empowerment event of the decade. Sasha Walton was out there watching the video from Facebook on live. Thank you so much, Sasha, for supporting. Love you, girl. She's another wonderful, beautiful soul. I want you to know that there are some things that we have planned for the retreat that we're not divulging to the people who are already signed up.
No.
And it is more value than what is stated on the flyer. So again, if you don't want to feel like you missed out, this is where you want to be. October the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And we're a little different. I'm not going to say we're not a little different. We're starting it on a Sunday night. And Dr. Terry is signed up and said, I'm going to have my husband drive me up from North Carolina and drop me off. I said, well, he can stay. You got a hotel room. She said, he driving up from North Carolina and he going to drop me up. I said, Dr. Terry, you can't do that. She said, driving up from North Carolina and dropping me off. That's what he's doing. I said, well, okay then. Because she knows. She's been with us long enough, Shani, to know it's going to be on and popping at the event.
And can I just tell them real quick about the gifts? Just a few. I'm going to tell you about a few because we have some amazing sponsors out there that just to give you just a little piece of some of the gifts that you're going to get. Okay. Can I tell them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell them? Okay. Well, one of them is going to be from yours truly, Can Do Spice. Okay. I create spices that change your life. They taste great and they have healing benefits. We have All About Events, who's going to make all the rooms beautiful for us. We have the empowerment duo, like I told you, Lisa Santiago and Brian K. McNeil. But honey, when you get some of the products from Best Bald Shave,
oh my gosh.
Listen, you're going to be smooth as butter. Just saying. If I let you have them, I might keep them to myself. Then we have Labs to Go. Cherie Owens out there. Thank you so much. The ladies from Spill It, the card game. That's going to have the conversation going and flowing. You're really going to get to know everyone in the room with us. And when you take it home, Dr.
We got to play it there.
Say that
we
again.
got to play it there.
Yes, of course. Over some mimosas or something, right? Then we have the Charles Atwater Group, Michael Hitchcock. Thank you so much. Gloria Henderson with Soulful Journey. Can't wait. And Teresa Haskett, Tasty Chef. Honey, the food that we're going to have on that weekend.
Tongue slapping your brains out. I'm telling you right now.
And then we have Michelle Pippin from Women Who Wow. If you're interested, don't miss out. Support at barbarahsmith.com. Reach out to me. gifted to that special lady in your life, your executives, send them out. Don't miss this.
And you can support as well. If you decide you don't want to come, you can also be a sponsor, like these wonderful sponsors that Shani just shouted out. We appreciate all sponsorship because this is going to benefit Natasha House. Natasha House is a homeless, it's a transitional home for homeless women and their children. It's a transitional home for homeless women and their children, where the executive director is my friend, Dr. Karen Brown. And so we are contributing to their capital project. They don't have enough space, and so they're building onto the house and they're going up a level. And so they need support and help with that. And so part of the proceeds from the Sisters Empower Sisters is going to benefit Natasha House. You want to know more about Natasha House? Go to natashahouse.org and see where your dollars will help to help us help them with their capital project. Yeah. So it's not just about us going and feeling good and us going and being empowered. We are doing some philanthropic efforts with our retreat. So please do support us in any way you can. No amount is too small, or don't even think that. So if you can support at all, please support us. And you can support by going to Shani, and Shani will help you with that support at support@barbadesmith.com.
That's right.
Do like, subscribe, share, follow, get the notifications on our YouTube channel, bit.ly/BHSU2. Baby, you don't want to miss us actually giving you plenty of information.
Yes. Can I just say really quick that knowing you, that's for all you out there as well, you are just 1 degree of separation from some people that I really want to know. So I'm going to be duo calling you or WhatsApp. We're going to have to chat when you are sharing the stage with none other than Les Brown.
Oh my God.
And Dr. George Frazier. Okay.
Yeah.
And Dr. West. Listen, Dr. West, I can talk to you now because, me and you are friends. But so we are right there. Oh my gosh. How does that feel?
I am still pinching myself when I saw the logo, when I saw the brochure, when I saw the flyer with me on the cover with Dr. West, Dr. Frazier, me, and then Les Brown. Les Brown is someone I've always looked up to. Oh. And now I said out of my mouth years ago, manifestation works. I said, I'm going to be on the stage with Les Brown one day. And now is that day. And so I'm just super, super excited to be on the platform with him. Thanks, Darlene. Thank you. It is awesome. I'm pretty excited. I'm over the moon excited, even more so about what's happening in the organization with this anthology. I mean, I know that's exciting to be on the platform with Dr. West, Dr. Frazier, and Les Brown, but I got to tell you, I'm more excited about what's happening in the lives of 10 ladies who are in this anthology and what's about to happen that they don't even know.
No.
And I say they, that includes Shani Smith. What's about to happen in their lives, they have no idea. It is just amazing. And it's amazing to me that they chose to do this with me. So I'm humbled and honored that they said, yes, let's do it. And we are now on our journey. And by the end of this year, 2022, there will be 10 more authors to add to the author roster. Yes. So I'm super excited about that. Super, super excited.
I'm excited for the healing that's going to come to it for me.
Yeah.
I'm excited to share with everyone else. I want to feel how you felt that day at church when those 7 women said, that's my story too.
Yeah.
I know the same thing is going to happen for me.
It is.
So I'm excited for the healing that's coming with that.
Yes.
And for my 9 other authors that are with me.
Yes, we are forever tied together, and we're leaving legendary information. But now, you know what time it is? It's time for you to step into your greatness because the world is waiting for you. That's our time. We'll see you next week on the Empowering You Show. Thanks, Shani. Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you back. And thank you so much, Mark, for always taking care of business. Okay. So you want to talk some more?
Mark went to sleep.
His birthday is next week, so I know he's not partying yet.
Thanks, Alika.
Yes,
love seeing you out there, sis. Mark Lee, take it away.
Because our Breakthrough podcast is waiting to come up.
Yes, Breakthrough podcast right after the Empowering You Show. Don't go away.
I love her. I just absolutely love her. I have to actually reach out to her and talk to her because I'm feeling a little like exhaling, after everything has happened. We are week 5 now from me losing my mom. So it's woosah. And I'm finally getting to the place where I can talk about it,
That's good. That means healing is occurring.
I think so. I think so. So we'll see.
You know that blooper reel? Are we still on live?
Engage, inspire, empower. That's what I help you do as a celebrity, speaker, trainer, and coach. Hi, I'm Barbara H. Smith, known as the Masterful Presenter. I am the one that can help you dig deep inside your passions and deep inside your life to get you to the place you always dreamed.
I had the pleasure of hearing Miss Barbara Holmes Smith speak today, and just from her speaking to me today, I have realized that I need to have personalize my alter ego and be able to put myself out there a lot more.
I help through speaking techniques, teaching you how to use your words and your body language to inspire people to come up higher.
Today's presentation with Ms. Barbara was just outstanding. She has really helped me with her personality, with her being so genuine and passionate about what she believes in and helping to coach, train. Her sense of humor, her energy is just incredible.
How do I do that? By coaching and speaking and training. I help you with whatever it is that you want to do next. What is your next? Are you ready to take your life, your career to the next level? I can get you there. Contact me at www.barbarahsmith.com.